Hi, in this video we are going to do an example using multiple control structures. So what are control structures? Well, we've introduced a few so far. There's two that have let us ask questions about the world, the if statement or the if-else statement. And there's two that have let us repeat code, the for loop, which lets us repeat code for a fixed number of times, or the while loop, which lets us repeat code as long as some condition is true. These are known as the control structures because they reflect the control flow of the program. So this is the program we want to write right now. So we have Carol in the world on the left, in the bottom left corner facing east, in front of a row of tennis balls. We don't know where they are exactly though. We want Carol to go across that row and clean up all the tennis balls ending up on the other side. So let's go and write this program in our editor. Okay, so let's think. What kind of control structures do we need to use? Well, we need to have Carol pick up all the balls in the world. We're going to need to do this more than once, so we're going to need to use some sort of loop. However, we don't know the size of the world. It's not fixed, so we're going to need to use a while loop. We need to do it as long as some condition is true. And so what's that condition? Well, if we navigate over to our cheat sheet, we can see some of the conditions that we have. And if we want to go all the way to the other side, well, we can do that with front is clear. So let's go back here. So we'll say while the front is clear. So each time we need to figure out what we need to do. Well, if there are balls present, then we'll take a ball. If there's no balls present, we don't have to do anything. And then after that, we'll move. We know we can move because the front was clear. So let's run this program and see what happens. Okay, we've almost done it, but there's one thing wrong. We didn't pick up the last ball. So why did that happen? Well, if we look, when Carol gets to this position, we'll ask the question, is the front clear? The front is not clear, so we don't execute any of this code in the while loop, and so the ball doesn't get taken. So we need to handle that last edge case. We need to say, if balls present, then take ball. So let's reset and run this. And it works. And let's try in another world. And we see that it works again. So here we've used different control structures to solve a problem. Now let's look at one more thing. What we just saw was called the fence post problem. We thought we solved it, but there was one extra thing we forgot. If we look at this picture of a fence post, where there's 4 feet of fence, the posts are separated by 1 foot, we notice that it requires 5 fence posts. So that fence post error that we had is forgetting that last case, either at the beginning or at the end of our loop. So that is an example using control structures to solve a problem.